Good evening. You're welcome to Pinnacles Entrepreneur, the Longrich Diary Room, and we're live at your doorstep. My name is Imelda Isin. I am your host this evening, and I also have my co-host Rosemary. As usual, she's always here every Sunday to join me on today's program. And today, we want to look at customer relationship management. And we have decided to bring back Richard Chilee, who is a consultant to be here on our platform today. And we notify you earlier that you should try to draft all your questions on any challenge regarding your relationship with your prospect so that Richard can attend to those questions on our platform today. And I want to remind you that our platform has to do with you connecting people, connecting people to products, connecting people to services. So time is the greatest commodity. So the way you utilize your time in the business platform, it's very important. If you multiply 6 hours of 1,000 people that you have raised in your team, that is about 6,000 hours in a week. And if it's 2,000, that is about 12,000 hours in a week. And if those 1,000 people are actually putting in the same energy that you're putting in every week, you will grow very fast in this business platform. And I'll tell you, you will have a rapid growth of team members. I want to remind you that this platform, the system has been created for you. All you need to do is build your team and treat it as a business and it's also an investment. So don't forget that it's all about connecting people to products, and then people to services. I'm going to take a break right now. I'm bringing my co-host Rosemary, who is already standing by. We'll be right back shortly. Yes, yes. It's good to have my co-host with me, Rosemary, joining me from Italy. And I am here from Lagos saying hi to you. How is everything?
Hello. Hi, Mel, it's good to see your face. Oh my goodness, I'm super, super excited. Always very excited to be on this program. Trust me. I have never gotten used to the fact that I could be your co-host. It's a pleasure, it's a privilege, and it's a vantage position for me, especially for my kind of business. It makes me gather a
Yeah.
whole lot of first-hand information from well-seasoned people you always bring on the platform, So I can't wait for today to start rolling. In fact, I want to keep quiet and wait for Richard to come on board. I can't wait.
You already gave Richard a
Yes.
challenge that today is going to be hot, 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 because you must give him hot, hot questions, right?
Ah, if we cannot see his book quick, quick to digest, it's better we digest the creator, the originator.
Everything.
But
So tell me, Rosemary, what is this new stuff that is around your neck like this now?
since I am waiting for Longrich product to grow my hair, so I've started behaving like Chinese with long hair. So I'm wrapping it around my neck. Actually, it's my hair. I just wrapped it as to form another accessory. Don't bite me.
Rosemary, please don't
Um,
kill me this evening.
ah.
And like we always do every Sunday, we always bring quiz questions and then some answers that you have to give to get a free data of 1 gig, either MTN, Excel, Nine Mobile, or Glow. So from any network, you get 1 gig free data. And then if you're able to subscribe to our channel and share this link to your friends and other people out there, because we are passing on information, we're passing out information that's also educating. The highest person that will share the link gets a free data from us today. The highest person that shares the link gets a free data. So before we bring in Richard Chilee, I want to throw open some quiz questions. Rosemary, is it okay? Let's spice them up a little bit.
Well, if you want to do, you may just drop one and leave it. So because I notice a pattern. Once you drop the
Okay.
questions, answer and take off. So if you just want to keep one, keep people busy, just drop one. Then in the middle of it, then you can drop. Then towards the end, you can drop some. I guess that's the strategy we'll
Mm.
just use. Because so many people just exit after they answer the question, and it's not very
They
good.
want to run off. We want them to stay and listen to Richard Chilee
Yeah, because
today.
we are paying for
So
your
no
data. That's
excuse.
what it means. We are paying for your data. Do you get? So you just I think so. I might be wrong.
All right, so let's look at the questions we have for our quiz today. This one is for those in the US. We have some people in the US and we have some people in Nigeria that can answer this question. It's actually very simple. What New
Hmm.
York street is closely associated with the business world and the stock market? Very, very simple. What New York street is closely associated with the business world and the stock market? Post your answer, your phone number, and your name, and you get 1 gig free data from us today. All right. So let me look at the next question. We just drop two, and then what is another term for the fraudulent investment scheme called Ponzi? We've been using that word Ponzi, Ponzi, Ponzi. So I want you to, scratch your brain and give us this answer. What is another term for the fraudulent investment scheme called a Ponzi? Post your answer, your phone number, and your name, and you get your free data. Make sure that as you're giving answers to these questions, don't forget to include question number one, which you're answering for, or is it question number two you're answering? Okay. At this point, Rosemary, you want to say something?
No, I say I totally agree with you because we see that over the time, where people answer correctly and you don't know who they are. So just to
Of
reiterate,
course.
we don't see from this angle. We don't. If you're commenting from Facebook, we rarely or scarcely see the names of the people who have answered correctly. And because this thing is time based, your answer may have come earlier, but when we say the question is taken, we will not be able to take you because we have read out other people's name over yours. So it's very, very, very
Hmm.
important that you put your name, your phone number, and exactly the question you're answering. Very key. Thank you.
Okay, and I want to also say that if you're a Facebook user, we don't have issues with YouTube. It shows the name, okay? But you need to give StreamYard an access to your Facebook so that your name can be shown. That's one of the key things you need to take note of for all those joining us on the live stream. And don't forget to call in your prospects and every other people out there. I'm also waiting to see your questions that you have drafted for the consultant so that we can pass the question to him and he's going to attend to it, okay? So at this point in time, I would like to bring in our consultant, customer relationship management consultant, Mr. Richard Chilee. He was here some weeks ago on our platform, but unfortunately, that period we had a little network issue and it was re-echoing, and many people couldn't hear him clearly. So, because of popular demand, he said Richard must come back and say everything he said last time. And then we are going to give him hot, hot question from Rosemary Apple. Let's hear what she has
Ah.
drafted for Richard. All right, Richard, it's good to have you join us from Port Harcourt. It's good to have you join us from Port Harcourt.
Oh my God.
You're
Yeah,
Thank
thank
welcome
you
you.
to
very much
Thank
our
for
you.
Longrich
having
Thank
me
Diary
here.
Room.
you. Thank you. It's good to see you
Thank you very
here
much for
every
having me
time.
here. Thank
It's exciting for me because I get to learn more. And
you.
because we cheated
Yeah.
people last time, at the back at the studio, we all could hear you, and people hardly heard anything you said. So we are bringing you back. Hopefully, I'll still have to repeat some of those questions we asked before because people didn't get the answer properly again. So don't worry. Today you're not on a hot seat, but the next time you show up, you'll be on a terrible hot seat. Trust me.
Are
Thank you
you
very
trying
much.
to
Thank you
consider
very
him
much.
today, Rosemary, or what? Are
Ah,
you trying to make it easy for him today? Give
hmm.
him the hot, hot research that you did now.
Wait
I
now.
will,
Don't,
thank you
don't
very
make him
much.
panic. Don't make him panic. Let him be relaxed first now. Who your
All
offense?
right.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Thank
you're
you very much.
welcome
I'm
on board our
excited to be
platform,
here.
Richard. It's good to have you back.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I can't wait for Rosemary's question. I'm very excited to
Ah,
be here. So I can't wait for Rosemary's question.
thank you.
Hmm.
Okay.
So, due to popular demand, we had to bring you on board today so that we can focus squarely on customer relationship management issues, crises, and challenges that many people have encountered over the years in their business, or those who are just joining the platform and they're having just struggling with their business, they're not able to move the way they should move, or maybe they've applied some strategy and they're already giving up on what to do, on how to retain their customers or prospect, and also make them trust the business and what they do. So, briefly, you have written a book on the happy customer, which I applaud you for it. Let's look at the aspect of a crisis many people are facing in today's economy, in today's world. The issue of customer relationship management is actually very broad. So, for
Yeah.
those who are just joining our platform, who are struggling, what are those tips you're going to give them, or what are you going to say to them to help them, stay on the business and deal with this and not seeing it as a challenge?
Oh, thank you very much for that question. Thank you. Above all, thank you very much for having me here. I consider this a very big privilege. It's not every day people get to see amazing people like this or talk to amazing people like this, especially Rosemary. So thank you for having me here, Ms. SCN. One thing I
Thank
tell people when it
you.
comes to one thing I tell people when it comes to business is this: start a business to satisfy your customers' needs, not to satisfy your personal greed. I'll take it again. People should start up businesses to satisfy their customers' needs and not to satisfy their personal greed. You realize that many times people just start up businesses because of their personal greed. Just their greed. They want to satisfy that greed. And after they satisfy that greed, they tell their customers to hell with you. But you see, the business to be grown, to be successful, to be sustainable, you have to look at it from the customer's perspective. The customers is the reason, or the customers are the reason your business is being functional. Your customers are the reason you set up your business, not just for you. Because take away the customers from the customer relationship blueprints, nothing else is happening. The best you're running is a charity organization. And even when you're running a charitable organization, you need money to run that charity organization. Sometimes you need money from your friends, from your family, from people to donate and to contribute for you to succeed. So those people, in a nutshell, they are still your customers because they bring money into the mainstream of the business. So if your customers do not give you money to run your business, nothing is happening in your business. So you have to look at how to develop good customer relationship strategies for your business to thrive, for your business to run, or for your business to become functional. So you must do all within your powers to make your customers happy. You must do all within your powers to make your customers excited. You must do all within your power to make your customers satisfied. But you see, most times people, instead of doing these things, they make their customers frustrated. Sometimes people just lie outrightly to their customers just for them to make up one sale. And that's a very bad thing because once they come and buy from you once and they realize that you're a liar, trust me, they leave you. They remove themselves from the equation of the business. And the funny thing is that they don't just remove themselves, they tell all their friends. I tell people when it comes to customer relationship management that bad news sells faster than good news. Bad news sells faster than good news. You have this customer that you've been satisfying very well, you've been treating very well, and just one day that you don't treat this customer the way they expect, they go out there and they tell everybody that today I went to Rosemary's office, see the way she treated me. In fact, they just treated me like I was not even existing. They didn't even offer me this, they didn't even offer me that. And their friends take up that particular bad news that they've sold and they disregard every other good things you've been doing. So I tell somebody, customer relationship management must be what on a consistent basis, not just on a one-off basis. It's a consistent basis. And if you look at businesses from today's business point as aspect, customer relationship management and concentration is the best business strategy today. Customers don't just want low price, they don't just want faster services, they don't want just cheap services. They want you to care for them consistently. They want you to care for them. They want you to ask them, how are you? How are you enjoying? How is Nigeria treating you? The fact is that they want you to get emotional. So if you just want to run only a transactional business with them and say buy and go, they will leave you. As soon as the next guy that understands how to ask them about how their families are, how their health are, and all that comes into the mainstream, they will leave you. So I tell people the best customer relationship management strategy is for you to just care for your customers. Care for your customers. Show care. Even if you're lying, even if you're faking it, try as much as possible to fake it and show that care. Not on a one-off basis, but on a consistent basis. And trust me, you will convert your customers into what? Your believers.
Okay,
Richard,
Richard.
thank you, thank you, thank you.
That's loaded. That's
Thank God
actually
you came
loaded.
back today. Thank God you came back today, and it's more like you are starting afresh. I love all you have said. See me jotting, no, not be joke. See the book where I carry come, not be joke. It's very heavy. Eh? I came to take notes. Don't mind me. Thank you so much. You made some salient points while you were talking, and there are some things I would just like to I wanted to say, but you answered the questions before I even thought of even asking them. Like when you talked about satisfying your customer first, I wanted to give you a personal experience. Okay, I don't know whether I should wait for the whole program, but I might just forget this question. If not, I want to go ahead and
Okay.
ask you
No,
this.
go ahead, Rosemary.
Okay, so I converted my messenger to my business account. And there's nowhere on the social media where you tag business account. So people just know that this is your business account as soon as they come in. So you have to introduce that aspect as soon as they get to you in your messenger. And because every other time I put up a post anywhere, I say, reach out to me in my inbox. When I'm selling my business, I say, reach out to me in my inbox. That's the only inbox that is on Facebook, by the way. That's messenger, right? Okay, that's fine. So now people come with all manner of motives. A lot of people who reach out to me in my back office are not even interested in anything I have to offer. Trust me. Okay, so I am already apprehensive because I know, and I have a lot of male counterparts reach out to me more. So I'm already apprehensive. I already have this mindset that I know why most of you are here. So most people start branching to that area. So quickly, I tell you, this is my business account. I try to bring my business first. And now what you're saying is, no, don't try to bring your business first. Take a step back, understand this person, and worm your way into this person. And then you are able to get the person to be interested in whatever you have to offer at the end of the day. You see, I don't know, but I'm sorry I have to say this. For ladies or pretty ladies, this is the problem you usually would have from men because, first of all, they want to see you as a sex object before they see you as anything relevant or anything as important. So even people who are scruffy looking, you just see them even from that. They're not there, but they just think that social media is a place for all of these kind of things to strive. And for me, I don't have room for that. I can't tell you how many people have blocked me. I can't tell you how many people have even blocked, banned, report everything through this medium because I'm trying to propose a business to you. And there you are trying to tell me rubbish. I've had a few people tell me, madam, not like that. You don't even know me, I don't even know you. You just want to sell market. And it's true, I want to sell market. I don't care. So Richard, how do I, because I believe that there are people like me listening and they may learn from this. This is just one aspect. I've not told you everything. So how do I deal with this? So let me start with
No,
me.
I understand where you're, sorry, I understand where you're going to or where you're arriving at. I understand that perfectly. It even happens to me as the man. Most time people come into my inbox and you realize that they are not about what you're selling. They just want to ask you some kind of unnecessary question. I have a way of dealing with those kind of people. And one of my principles I have in my book is what make yourself a friend of all your customers. Make yourself a friend of all your customers. Now, let me give you a simple example. I have this lady that will always just come into my inbox and talk, and say all those things that they tell you, the men tell you, and it
Do they
wasn't,
send
it
you nude
wasn't.
pictures? Because they send me a lot of nude pictures too.
They do. Trust me, they do. So, but I know how to handle those kind of people. So we just talk, and I'll make you believe we're friends. Now, the end point of every conversation I have from you is that you have to buy something from me. That's for me. That's the end point. You just have to buy something. But you see, at the end of the day, people will not buy from you if you just chase them away. You understand? Sometimes they won't buy from you. I allow them say all the rubbish they want to sell. At the end of the day, I sell my services to them. Now, when the people begin to realize that this is not the kind of person I think this person is, sometimes respect creeping. Now, the flip side of this is this: you have to target your audience. You have to check the kind of people you accept into your mainstream as a business person. Your Facebook wall should not just be for everybody. Before I accept somebody that sends me a friend request, I go to check what the person has been saying. I don't just believe in your profile pictures. I check your manifestations. Your manifestations are your the kind of things you write. I check what's he writing. I check your wall. I check if this person can easily relate to who I am. If you're not like that, I simply do not accept you. It's a simple thing. My Facebook place is a sanctuary. I don't usually have people that in fact I don't usually have stupid people. I don't. Because before I accept you, I check. If you go to my friend list or my friend request, whatever, what I have close to 500 people sending requests, and they're pending. Now, what do Facebook do? Facebook will naturally send those people as my followers because I have not accepted them. So before you go and accept anybody, do what we call audience intelligence. It is very, very important. Every business must have what we call audience intelligence. Choose your customers. Everybody will not buy from you. And in fact, you're a very beautiful woman. You're a beautiful woman. So it's easy for a young man to just come and want to blab and say those crap. But the fact that if they've already come into your mainstream, sell about who you are. Make them your friends first. Like I said, don't just want to sell, sell, sell. How are you? My name is this. Tell me about you. Once the person wants to start saying all those things, okay, this is who I am, this is what I mean, create a conducive environment for the person to be comfortable first. Then you can now begin to sell to the person. Or secondly, you begin to, from today, weed who you're friends with. Weed your social media space. Weed your social media space. It is very important. Everybody should not be your friend. Everybody should not just come and have the opportunity to talk to you anyhow. No. Go out there, go to your social media page. If I do a complete overhaul and see by the time you look at some people's what's it called? Facebook timeline, you know
Timeline.
whether this person can be your friend or not. Now, I have a client that told us one time that if we want to recruit for them, they said they don't want to do the CVs anymore. Your social media handle automatically is your CV. So people have not gone to the point to understand that social media handles are now CVs. They go on social media and say rubbish and write rubbish. It doesn't work anymore. So I think what you should do, if you cannot handle the first approach, which is for you to come down very well and become your friends, the second approach should be the best approach. With your social media timeline, with your social media space. Before anybody becomes your friend, check what the kind of things this person is saying. Audience intelligence is very, very key. Then check whether this person has a powerful independent thoughts. You know, it's not just about retweeting and sharing what other people are saying. You, what are you saying? What are you saying from your own head? What kind of information are you giving out? So if I read you, I should know who you are. Because of my profession, if I read somebody's 10 tweets, if I read somebody's five messages on Facebook, I automatically know the kind of person this person is. So right now, I use the second approach earlier this year, and some kind of things don't come into my Facebook anymore. So I now understood that audience intelligence is very key. So use it right there for you, and you see, trust me, it will work.
Okay. Thank you, Richard, because I got this on a reverse. Usually, I just
Yeah.
earlier this year I did my first story I told. No, no, my second story I told was
Fantastic,
how
fantastic, Richard. Yeah.
my first story I told was about how I had already maxed out on Facebook. I got crazy. Am I okay? I'm not even seeing the reflection in my bank account. As far as I'm concerned, anything social media now is monetized. If you are having 1 million followership and you're not having the returns, it's not reflecting. That means there's something wrong with you. I just went mad that day. So I did a story. And I said, look, I'm sorry, I'm doing this because I'm informing beforehand because there are some people that will never get notifications again from me. They won't even find me because I'm going to be blocking randomly. I'm going to be deleting, I'll be unfriending. And I was crazy. And people went to sleep on Easter and woke up on Easter because I got resurrected and they were no longer my friend. Because I made sure I was doing the thing from 5,000 marks, I had come down to 3,000 and I was going to go down to 1,500, if possible 1,000, because I really want quality people around me because it matters to me. But here's where I get the mistake. Here's where I got the twist. Usually I would have accepted you, and when you start beginning to talk rubbish, I quickly go and check who you are to be sure
Exactly.
whether I want to keep this conversation going or not. But now you have made it easier for me. So it's easy to accept people, but you would have already brought the wrong people into your space.
Into it, exactly. So the
Yeah.
thing is that
So you
people
are
have
taking,
5,000 friends. People have 5,000 friends, and 4,500 of those friends are idiots. All
I'm
they come
telling
into your
you,
Facebook to show you rubbish
absolutely,
and all that. So you see, you've done a
absolutely.
mistake already. You've done a mistake already. You did not carry out your check. You understand?
Yes.
Now,
So that's what I'm going
before
to be doing going
yeah,
forward.
do your check. Do your check. Is this person worthy of my time? Is this person worthy of coming into my mainstream?
Yes.
Is this person worthy of being my friend? Because trust me, social media has given us permission to you. It has given us access to you. And that's one thing I tell people when it comes to customer relationship management. That's what they call the principle they call SIVA.
Of course.
SIVA. SIVA number one is what is strategy. Number two is information. Number three is value. Number four is access. Check. Before you give somebody access into you, before you give somebody access into your life, do you really know this person? Is this person like you? Are you a lookalike audience?
Okay,
You can't speak.
this is a common mistake. Yeah.
You can't
Okay,
speak
go
Latin
ahead.
to
You were
somebody
saying
that is
something,
fluent in
Richard.
Greek.
Sorry. Complete that thought of
Look,
yours.
you can't speak Latin to somebody that is only fluent in Greek. You can't speak English to
Yes.
somebody that's only fluent in Chinese.
Yes.
If you speak Chinese, make sure you're speaking Chinese to the next person. The person understands your Chinese. That is where communication comes into play. You guys are now flowing on the same mainstream. I can't be speaking A to somebody that's only fluent in Z. It doesn't work. So choose your audience very, very well. Audience intelligence is very important. That is what one thing I tell people when it comes to CRM. Choose your audience because you cannot convert a customer to believer if that customer is not your audience in the very first place.
Well,
It does not make
Mm,
sense. It cannot work.
hello.
It cannot
yeah,
work.
You were saying
yeah.
something. Yeah, you've not landed.
Siva, you say S is what, I is what. I only got the value and the access. That's what I wrote.
Okay, number one for Siva is this. Siva is used when I tell people after building a customer base, you have to apply what we call SIVA. Number one for SIVA is what is solution. You can say strategical solution, strategic solution. Number one is SIVA, strategic solution. Number two is what? Information. You must always give your customers that information all the time. Give them
Okay.
information about your product and your services.
What Rosemary brought up is some of the common issues. Some of the common issues that a lot of people actually make in the business today. The aspect
Yes.
she brought in.
I said, I come again.
I think we're having delay in feedback. That's why it seems like she put you in. We
Oh,
were having
okay.
delay feedback, yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
continue. I'm sure if she hears, she will respond.
Hello.
We can hear you. Okay. The V is for
Okay.
value, and the A
It's for
is for
access.
access.
I've been trying to say something since I didn't know if you heard me, but I
Okay,
just had
repeat
to
yourself.
pause. And how you land.
You can go ahead now, Melly. Go ahead.
We can hear you now. Go ahead.
She's experiencing delay in feedback.
Yes.
Mm. Let's just wait for her.
Okay, what I'm saying, you wanted to complete on the explanation on the SIVA. Just finish that so that I can ask the next question.
He has already finished that.
Okay.
Let's wait for her.
Is it done?
Yes, sir. We're waiting for
Okay.
you.
I said what the issue Rosemary brought up is one of the common challenges or common mistakes that many people make on social media. And I identified some challenges here which I would want you to work on, which I want you to address. Some of the challenges that many people face in the business, like unclear goals or objectives, appointing the right core teams, and then being able to apply application management, which is one of the challenges many people face in the business today, and then the right solution. And I want to give an example. If you have an existing prospect who you've been following up with and you've discussed business with that person, suddenly the person stops receiving your calls and not answering you anymore. These are goals and objectives that you have not completed. Okay? So, since we're talking about customer relationship management, what are those things that the key things or key areas the person can apply for the right solution?
At least you heard some part of the question. Just be answering it before she comes back because I knew she was having network issues.
I think the network was terrible. It's terrible from
Yeah.
my end.
So you can go ahead and be answering the question before she comes back.
Okay. She was trying to say you're following up with a prospect and the prospect stopped talking to you all of a sudden, right?
Yeah.
I think it's common. It's common in business. And one thing I've realized is that readiness is different. Readiness. Or sometimes you want to sell a product to a prospect or tell him to come into your mainstream, and he's listening to you and all that. But you realize that the prospect might not be ready at the time. And sometimes they don't know how to come and tell you, to tell you, oh, I'm Rosemary, I can't join now. I understand what you're saying, but right now I can't come into your mainstream. They just blank out and tell you they don't want to join. They don't want to pick
Hello,
your call
I'm
anymore.
back. Okay.
Okay, okay.
We see you.
But yeah,
Where did you hear me? Where did I stop? I think I had a network issue.
yeah. You stopped at when you were asking the first
I
question.
was trying to put up the question for you to answer.
Okay, go ahead. You can repeat it. I think we have time.
Okay. What I was saying is that I mentioned some challenges that many people face in the business, which I want to list out. One of it is unclear goals and objective, appointing the right core team, application management, the right solution to address the challenge that you're having with a prospect. And I was trying to bring up a case study. If you're relating with a prospect that you know very well and you have a business you're working on, and suddenly the prospect stopped receiving your calls and is not responding. These are common issues many people face in the business today. What is the strategy to able to maintain that relationship crisis? And then looking at some of these challenges I've mentioned, the right solution to apply in a situation of such, appointing the right core team, application management, and unclear goals and objectives.
Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear?
Did you get my question? Hello?
I got your question, but I'm asking if you can hear me.
Yes, I can.
Okay, Rosemary, can you hear? Okay. One thing I know is that
I'm
in
hearing
business.
you. I can hear you.
Okay. There's this problem that always happens to you. You sell a product to somebody or try to bring somebody into your mainstream, and all of a sudden the person stops taking your call. It is quite common in business. It's very common. And one thing I've realized is that sometimes the prospect is not yet ready to come into your mainstream. And instead of that prospect to come and tell you that I can't come in now, give me time, maybe I'm not really ready, they blank out. They tell you they don't want to pick your call, they don't want to talk to you anymore. It is very, very easy. Now, there's one thing, and the strategy for you to deal with that, the solution for that problem is never expect everything. Never expect your customers to respond to you the way you want them to respond to you, because individual differences will always come into the business. The customer might not need that product at the particular time you want the person to come study. I'll give you a case study. I have a client that we're trying to prospect, and the clients and the clients did not want the service at the particular time. And all of a sudden, the client stopped talking to us. So what did I do? I told my team to let the client have his space, give him space, because when he needs the services, he can actually come back to us. Business thrives on needs because we have to sell a solution and value. So if the person doesn't need you at the time, the person will not buy or the person will not come into your mainstream. But the funny thing is that sometimes they don't know how to come and tell you that Miss Imelda, we don't need your services now. When we need it, we will eventually come. They wouldn't play. That is where that gap comes into play. Are we on point? So I think the best way to deal with that is to allow the customer. Just allow the customer. Make sure you satisfy yourself by giving the customer all the benefits of what you're selling. You sold the form, you saw the fabulosity, and you saw the functionality of the product and services. When they need it, they will come. When they need it, they will come. As long as you've done your pass, just leave the customers, give them time. And I tell somebody, when it comes to business too and customer relationship management, time heals all wounds. Time. Give them time, they will come.
Richard, sometimes people have their personal goal and people have this illusion when it comes to a kind of business. For instance,
Yeah.
especially I'm hoping by all means that we have all our newbies here watching right
Mm.
now, or they're watching after now, that's fine. But when they come into this business, there's this projection, there's the illusion that you make a whole lot of money, you'll be comfortable in the shortest time possible, or if you put in XYZ amount of energy in it, it is only a matter of time, but I mean, you get quicker results. So people put themselves
Mm.
on their own goal, on their own timer to achieve a certain thing. So when they go and meet someone that suspends them, it pushes them inside. This thing has a psychological effect also, especially when you
Yes.
meet
Yes.
people who never does outrightly tell you what's on their mind, whether it is because they are going through some financial constraint, that's why they cannot get
Mm.
involved, or that they are trying to be careful because they made several mistakes in the past and they don't want to, or they don't want to hurt you outrightly by telling you what they truly feel about what you are saying. So they suspend you. You see, this idea of suspending people, it's me, I think it's not nice. So, and I know, not, me too, I can't, I
Of
haven't
course, it's
gotten used to
not.
just, I've not gotten used to, swallowing it all the time. I move on, but I know that thing happened. I'll tell you, I have some people right now that believe in me, and their job is, okay, Rosemary, speak to this client for me, and you go ahead and speak to this prospect for me, and you go ahead and speak to this prospect. Even the best way bring and come would have done a better job, I mean, in the person's mind. But the person now says, you do it, and you do it, and the person say, do what, I'll get back to you, and that's how they suspend me, the upline, the leader, and they suspend the downline. Then tell me how that person is going to be encouraged in that business. I've had people like that that I've given time to, but I once in a while I check on them and check on them, and there's no proper response. Not that they read your message and don't reply. So I understand what you're saying, but I don't think. Ah, I don't know what do. There's not what do we do about it. You already said what to do about it. Give them time, and like you said, he has gone off. Like Richard said,
It's
it,
mm,
yeah, like Richard said, businesses, any any business or service you're sending out to someone, it has to do with the person's current situation. If the person is not in need of your service and product, there's nothing you can do about it. I have star directors here who have said that they followed up some people 3 years, 4 years. They not send them. They leave them. When they became star director, that's when they came and say, this is for real. Oh. How did you get
of
here and
course.
left me behind? And they want to come. So
All I feel is that all I feel is that business has time and season. When is that person's time and season? Look, it took me, like I always say, that it took me 2 years to make up my mind to be part of Longrich business. So probably not, I didn't need it at that point in time. So I always want to put myself in that person's shoes. What is that person feeling? Well, maybe the person doesn't need that business at that point in time. So let me keep talking to other prospects. But I see a lot of downlines, a lot of newbies who join the business today because one person has not responded to them. They will stay on that one person instead of getting more prospects. Keep talking to more people in a day. Have more people you're talking with every day, so that you won't. While you're still following up with that one that's not answered you, maybe it might take that person 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, or 1 year, but you just have to give that person time.
and like I was trying to tell Richard, that sometimes we have our personal goals, and when you look at it, it looks like all the people we are talking to are either suspending, you are not responding. It discourages people in in the business. Okay, so has anybody answered any of our question, Lord?
Oh yeah, we have some answers already, so I will just be going through that. Then we'll take a break before we continue.
Oh,
Um,
maybe Richard is back.
Scholastica has given us an answer to this. Number one says Wall Street. Congratulations to you, Mrs. Demo, for this answer. Congratulations, you have earned yourself 1 free gig data today.
Ooh,
Congratulations.
yes, we are.
Wall Street, that's the correct answer for
Yeah.
question number one. So, what was the question we had for number one? It says that what New York Street is closely associated with business world and the stock market. And she has given us an answer to that. Mrs. Demo, congratulations to you for giving us this answer. And then we have more people who are sending in answers. And this person says that um, what's happening? Question number one, pyramid scheme or investment swindle. Why do you call it investment swindle? What is the right
Just
name
leave it
for
at
it? That's
pyramid
not the
scheme. Now the
correct
pyramid
answer.
scheme is okay.
Let me display the question again. What I said is that what is another term for the fraudulent investment scheme called Ponzi? What is another term for the fraudulent investment called Ponzi? So send us your answer, your name, and your phone number. But let me keep check what people have responded so far on this. Number two, the person is still calling it pyramid scheme. No, there's another name you can call it. It's not pyramid scheme. Madam Fumi, it's not pyramid scheme. That you didn't get that correct. I need the correct answer for number question number two. I need the correct answer for this. Oh, Ponzi. Oh, right. Yeah. I will give it to you. The only thing is that she added scheme to it, but let me
No, but
see.
the thing is,
No, it's not. It's not investment swindle. Who the person that answered this question? She gave me one. I'm going to give it to her for pyramid scheme. Some people
anybody
call
who
it
says
just call it
anybody who
pyramid.
says
Some call it
pyramid
pyramid
scheme is
scheme.
okay.
Yeah.
No, I think the right answer
Pyramid
is
scheme, I'll
pyramid
give it to
scheme.
you. I'll give it to you, Madam Fumi. Pyramid scheme is correct.
Pyramid scheme
Congratulations. Somebody else
is correct.
answered pyramid scheme. That's correct too. Yeah, it's correct. It's correct.
Yeah.
It's correct. Congratulations. I'll give it to you. So I was just expecting just one name. I didn't
No,
want
no, no,
any
no, no,
other
no.
thing added.
Pyramid doesn't mean no. Pyramid means something else. So if they put the pyramid scheme, that's when you're relating to. So it's okay. They did well. That was so easy.
So
It's
for
like
all
sometimes
those who
you look
got
up
our
on.
questions correct, yeah, that was too easy.
Mhm.
That was too easy, but I'm going to send in. Let's display the remaining questions before bringing in Richard. Now, question number three is the total sum of goods and services produced in a country in a year minus depreciation is called what? The total sum of the goods and services produced in a country in a year minus minus depreciation is called what? The total sum of goods and services produced in a country in a year minus depreciation is called what? So send in your phone number, your answers, and your name in 10 seconds for this. So number four is what business phrase refers to measuring against something? I don't know if many people will get this right. Measuring against something. Those are the four questions we need answers for number three and four, and then we'll wrap it up on our quiz session for the day. So number four, I will take it again. What business phrase refers to measuring against something? There's a name. Just one name, one letter word. The total sum of goods and services produced in a country in a year minus depreciation is called what? Send in your phone number, your name, and your answers in 10 seconds. And don't forget to include the questions you're answering for. And I'd like
And
to say
your
congratulations to
phone
all the
number.
winners. For all those who said pyramid scheme, congratulations to you. You got that right. I'll give it to you. You got that right. You got it right.
Please share the link. Share the link. Don't forget that part. Share.
At
Somebody say
that
crowd
stage,
one.
crowd for number one. No, it's not
No,
crowd.
crowd
Number
one.
one has
Crowd
been answered
one.
already. It's not crowd.
You're
No,
missing
number
it,
one is
Melly.
Wall
Crowd
Street,
one.
not crowd. For which answer now? Crowd. For which answer now? We don't have any
You
answer
know
for
that
crowd.
you know that there's a pyramid scheme called Proud One. That's what she wrote there. I don't think it's for the answer
Okay,
one.
crowd one. Okay, as another
Yeah,
name, for another name
there's
for
one thing.
Ponzi,
Yes.
the correct answer is pyramid. Is pyramid that is the answer. So all those that said pyramid
I
scheme, I give it to
know.
them.
I know.
The correct answer is
I know.
pyramid. Yeah. So I'm going to bring in Richard. Yeah, please join us. Let's wrap it up for the day. And for all those who have questions to ask our consultant, please go ahead and do that. We are waiting for your questions. Questions, send it in.
Sorry, the network cut me off. Sorry, but I'm here, man.
So, Richard, it's good to have you back with us.
Thank you
You were
very
saying
much.
something before um, you were disconnected. So, can you just
Yes.
land on that where you were, what you were
O-
talking about? Yeah.
Okay, I was talking about the fact that when people don't respond to you
Yeah.
with the intensity with which you want them to respond to you, just know that it is common in business. Like I said, I tell some people sometimes depersonalize
Okay,
failure.
go on. Oh my goodness. I think Port
Depersonalize
Harcourt
failure.
is really tough for most of our guests.
Can you hear now? Can you hear?
Melly, I think you're the one with the problem. Mr. Richard, can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly, Miss Rosemary.
Okay, so I think the challenge is from her end.
I think it's on the matter.
She's experiencing delayed feedback. So that's it, and it's her network. Okay, so were you saying
Can she
something
hear
before?
us now?
I don't think so.
Can she hear us?
I don't think so.
I don't think she can hear.
Melly, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
She's experiencing delay feedbacks. The network.
As in- Yes.
Okay, were you saying something before, or you allow? I can
Okay,
go
I was
ahead
listening
and
to
talk.
you. I'm listening to you then.
Okay. So, well, thank God you came back. You know, there were some questions I asked in the other session that people were very excited about, and if they are here today,
Okay.
they would have had a better insight and a better solution to it. You know, I said there are people you said before, warming your way up, converting your prospects to evangelists, believers, and then evangelists, as the case may be. You know,
Yeah.
I remember the question I asked you was that I said to you was that look, some of us do the right things. We actually do the right things. We think we have found a prospect, and then we approach them. We pitch our business the best way we can to them and all. And then because they are coming from a season or episodes or failed, maybe they've gotten themselves involved in Ponzi schemes and other networks that didn't really
Work for
deliver
them.
their promises and all that. So these guys are already wounded lions, you understand? So
Yeah.
they don't want to hear anything, whether it is Ponzi or whether it is good or whether it's proper network. They don't want, in fact, the mere mention of the fact that or it's the sound like it's a net, they're already very defensive and
Agitated.
all that. So and they're irritated exactly they want to use. So when I was asking you the question, some people were already commenting and saying yes, they were going through that already because they now don't they've run out of like um they've run out of flame or spirit or gas to continue because they meet such people almost on a daily basis. What do you do? Because you can't keep moving around if all the people that you know that should have helped you, especially if you're not this kind of outgoing person, you're an introvert, you're not an extrovert. So how do you just go on? I mean, how else can you just mine more prospects? Hopefully they will convert to be customers. You know,
Okay.
that's the question.
I think we dealt with that the last time. And one way for me, I tell people, see, the business is a battleground. You see, the business is a battleground. It won't be rosy for you. It won't be easy, and people will not just join you because you just sold this thing to them. Now they will join you. Some people have been born. Some people, their hands, their 20 fingers are 20, the 10 toes, and they it's scattered. They don't want to hear. Don't come and tell me anything. That's some people's own. Say your own. Let me stay my own. Now I tell people, understand the viewpoints of your customers. Always understand the viewpoints of your customers. Understand where they are coming from. Hear their story. Sympathize with them. Empathize with them too. Then sell your success story through another person. Sell your success story. Share the beautiful part of the business. It could be through some other person's perspective. Don't always come and tell them to come and join. Join. No, it doesn't work that way. It probably will not work. Go to them and sell that, oh, this my friend did join this business yesterday and see the gain she's making. Wow, we're excited. I'm happy for her. Share the beautiful part of the business. Sell the functional part of the business. Just try to make them. Don't go and always tell them to come and join, come and join. But sharing your story, sharing your success story has a way of making them have a change of mind. Okay, maybe this business is working. That's why she's selling me these beautiful things. Let me just give her a try. But always wanting them to come and join you like that will not work because they don't trust you anymore. Then secondly, trust is a fundamental aspect in business. Trust is very important. Find some other person that they trust. That is why businesses now use celebrities as brand models and role models. Find some other person that they trust. If the person uses that product or services or part of what you're selling, it is now easier for them to come into the business because they trust the person. But otherwise, if you cannot do this thing, just give these people time. Give them time. Consciously or gradually, don't force them. Don't force anybody to do business with you. Give them time. Gradually, just gradually, sell the success of your business. And probably they will turn. But if they don't want to join you, trust me, there is no point forcing them. Leave them. Maybe time or something might make them. Or you can now use free as a strategy. You can use free as a strategy. Give them some free things. Give them some free things that you know can make them come. Like give them free toothpaste. Give them free mouth freshener. Give them free soap. Something that they might just use and say, wow, that soap you gave to me that time is amazing. Oh. Okay, because it's amazing, I can now join you. I can now join so that I can get those things. You understand? So you can use free as a strategy, but never force anybody to join you. Never force anybody to join you. Because trust has been killed. Never. Never.
I totally agree with you, Mr. Richard. You know why? Because sometimes when you compel them or you pester them or you
You run
pressure
away
them,
from
not
you.
necessarily forcing, the ones that will come in, they will do this, they will do this. They'll put it on you. They will put
Exactly.
that money in just so that they get you off their body. They will like, Shiri, you say I'll make this money. Oh yeah, they will buy the product, they will register and they will sleep on you. They won't do no work because they see the
Exactly.
energy you have expounded just to get them. Already it's even
Yes.
discouraged. Look at how hard I am. I can imagine how people are as hard as I am. So if you took you this energy and this time to convert me, when will I now start my own conversion? So they will say, okay,
Exactly.
you know what? Because you need this very much for whatever reason, let's not be like, I don't want to encourage you. They're not make it look as if they are doing you
They
a
are doing
favor.
you a
And when they
favor
come on
when they
board,
are
they
not doing
sleep
you a
on it.
favor.
Yes,
That
they
is why
actually,
I said it's a business and it's a
and
business
in
is important
Longrich,
as we said and it's an
in
investment.
Longrich, we don't accommodate sleepers. It's better you have a customers that are just patronizing you and are not doing the network marketing than just somebody that will just want to come and in our own business. If somebody comes and sleep, it actually affects your business. So it's better for you not to get
Exactly.
anybody that is not enthusiastic. Let them just buy markets from your hand. You can be helping to sell the product. They don't need to be a member. You can be selling them directly at company's price and collecting the PV and doing upgrade for yourself or somebody else you know. Than to have someone just come and occupy your space and sleep is really frustrating.
It is
So I
really
agree with
frustrating. So you don't need
Mm.
those kind of people in your business. You really do not need those kind of business. Then secondly, I tell you, do not beg anybody to join you. Do not sound beggarly. You know, you're selling diamonds, you're selling gold. Do not beg people. The moment you begin to beg people, please come and join me now, come and join me, you depreciate the value that you're offering. You depreciate the
You
value
have
you're
to
offering.
maintain the standard of your value.
Maintain the standard of what you're selling. Maintain the standard. They call it the post factor. Make your business has a class, a certain level of class. See, people want the good thing. People want to aspire. People don't. Nobody wants to come down. So if you give people the impression that your business is down here, they won't look at you. Give people the impression that your business is high up there, they want to follow you. And never beg anybody to join you. I'll repeat, never sound beggarly. It will kill your business faster than you think or faster than you can imagine. Never sound beggarly. It's very bad in business. It's a very destructive sales approach or sales strategy. Never beg anybody to join you. Never. Sell gold. Make them understand that your business is gold. Your business is a diamond. So they should aspire to buy from you. In fact, they should clamor to buy from you. Don't go there and say, please come and join me now. Please come and join. No, no. Once a customer sense desperation in your business, once a customer sense desperation in your business, forget it. They won't come to you anymore.
Okay, so Mr.
I totally
Richard,
agree with you.
I want you to talk more about your book, The Happy Customer, how other people can have access to it. You know, last time we had a little bit of technical issue, many people couldn't hear you properly, and now we are bringing you here. Can you just talk about The Happy Customer book?
Okay.
How is it going to affect our partners positively to drive their business passionately, to be able to address the crisis that they encounter in the business, how what is the right solution they can apply. These are various things in the book. How can it better a long-range partner and those who are entrepreneurs who are also doing their personal business, who own their brand or business?
Okay. The happy customer is. I'm excited about this book. I'm so excited about this book. This is almost the best book I've written about this. I'm so excited about it.
I'm still
So
waiting for my copy. Oh.
yes, yes, your copy will soon come to you as soon as you tell us where to send it to. We're sending it. Now,
Yeah,
this book
okay.
is written for customer relationship management. It's just about CRM, and the book is for everybody, every entrepreneur. As long as you're in business, as long as you have customers, as long as you're dealing with people, you need this book. You need this book. The book has, we say, innovative strategies to retain your customers, make them happy, and convert them to believers. We strongly believe that, or rather, I strongly believe that customers don't care about your business as much as believers do. So, all within your powers, all in your business, you must do all within your powers to convert your customers to your believers. Your believers are your brand evangelists. Your believers are your ambassadors. Your believers are the people that will go out there and talk to people to come and buy from you. In fact, your believers will convert people, their friends, to come and buy from you. Because every customer has what we call what audience. Every customer has what we call a community. Every customer thrives in a community. So once they trust in you, once they like you, once they love you, they will go into their community and campaign for you. That is what believers do. And we have 14 principles or 14 strategies that we have here to help you do all these things. Number one is this. We say number one is have confidence in your product and your service. Number two is understand the viewpoints of your customer. Number three is make yourself a friend of all your customers. Number four is avoid argument with your customer. Number five is never criticize your customer. In fact, it goes all and on to number 14. This book is needed by everybody. It will help you. It's not something I just want to be saying it will help because I know it will help you. Because I've gotten testimonials already. There are many testimonials. People call me and tell me, wow, thank you for writing that book. And the beautiful thing is that people pick it from different perspectives. Some people will tell me number 14 is very important, was very important to me. Some people say number 6 is very important. So, all the chapters are amazing. And I wrote this for business people in mind. Now, there's one thing I want to tell you too. Customer relationship management is all about managing your customers, making them happy. But also understand too that there are some customers that you need to fire. There are some customers that you need to fire in your business. You see all those kind of customers that want to stress your life, push you out, push you, disturb your head and make you lose emotional balance. We don't need those kind of customers. And but you see here, you don't just fire your customers, you don't just insult them. Before you fire your customers, we teach you how to fire them. We teach you how to tell them, please, oh, leave our business. You're causing so much problem for us. This book is an amazing book. It will help you. And the price for this book is 5,500. By next week, it will be on Amazon. By next week, it will be on Amazon for people like Rosemary to buy. So you can buy from Amazon.
Oh,
So it's easier for you.
yeah.
But if you're in Nigeria here, you can buy through reaching out to us, and we will send it to you. You pay your delivery fee and we'll send it across any state you are in Nigeria. Our number is on the screen there. So just call us and we can send the book across to you. But from next week, people outside of Nigeria can buy from Amazon. So the Amazon price should be like $16.99. That's the Amazon price. But if you're in Nigeria, the price is 5,500.
Richard, I totally agree with you. This book of yours covers a broad spectrum.
Yeah,
It's There is no other way you would have coined it than to say happy customer. The fact is that even if you're into an evangelism group in your own church, you will find this book helpful because if anything, you're just able to relate with the next human being. You just know how to relate with the
exactly.
next human being. That's what's important.
Exactly.
So, I mean, if you are in the church, you can read this book and just learn how to relate to people around you. It is the way you relate with people that will make people want to know your God, want to follow you to church, it makes life easy for you. So this
Yeah.
book
Of
is
course.
across every sector of life. So it's not just whether you're into network marketing or you're selling pure water or you're selling hair. It's for
Yeah.
everybody. You just know it because if you don't learn anything, at least you learn how to communicate, know how to
Exactly.
And how
identify
to build
who,
the right
yes,
relationship and
you
how
know
to
how to
build that
identify who
relationship
your
with your
real
prospects.
customers are, you know who your real customers are, and you know who your time wasters are.
Okay.
So that's why this book is important for everybody. Even if you're a pastor, just buy it. It will just help you. I'm telling you, it's real. Because as a pastor, you
There's
intercede for
something
people every day.
Richard always say that the way you are relating with your customer or your prospect will help you to relate with your husband or your wife or your spouse
Ah,
very well. You know.
oh, Lord, you see am now. Even
So
married couple, come and buy your book. Oh.
So the happy customer is for everyone, and the number
Yes.
is displayed on the screen. So you can actually reach out to Richard by sending him messages on WhatsApp, or you can chat him up on Facebook and make your order or request for it. So if you need further information or the guidelines on how to get the happy customer, the number of Richard Chilee is displayed on the screen, so you can contact him. This will help you to be able to build your relationship with your prospect or with your customer and then win them over to be part of your business platform. I want to really appreciate Richard for creating time to be part of us today. I've been expecting some questions from our viewers. If you have questions or challenging issue regarding customer relationship management, I would like you to post it so that we ask Richard because we're almost wrapping up for the day.
Okay,
And
okay,
then we
okay.
have some answers to our questions on our
Uh,
quiz.
okay.
We have some answers here to our questions on our quiz. And Ada Wise, they said economy. For which question, ma'am? Economy for which question? But we don't have answers of this kind. But let me keep checking what other answers others have given. Crowd one for question number one. No, number one answer is Wall Street. Not crowd one is Wall Street, and that answer was given earlier. So number two question, the economy of the country. No, that's for question number two. We had an answer for question number two. Let me post it here again. Number two says, what is another term for the fraudulent investment scheme called Ponzi? And there was an answer to this, which is pyramid. So number three is the total sum of goods and services produced in the country in a year minus depreciation is called what? What is the answer to that? So let me check other answers we have here. Someone says number four is metrics. Metrics for number four is not right. The answer for number four is what business phrase refers to measuring something? You're measuring something. What business phrase refers to measuring something? So you still have few seconds to give us answers to that. We have another answer here says number three is national income. Not correct is wrong. It's not correct is wrong. Metrics is wrong. Mrs. Dimo, answer for number one, Wall Street. Yes, I think you already answered that before and we gave it to you. Answer to number three is net domestic product. Correct. Net domestic product. Correct. Correct. Congratulations to you. That was very smart. Net domestic product. NDP. That is the correct answer to that. Number three. So you have your one free
Number four.
day
There's no,
there.
there's an answer for
Okay,
number four.
so number
There's an answer for
four,
number four.
someone here says benchmark. That's the correct answer. Send us your phone number so that you can have your free data. The correct answer for number four is benchmark. We're wrapping up for the day. Any other answer that comes up now,
Send
I
your
don't think
name
we'll give
and
it to
phone
you.
number.
Sorry, looks like I mixed up. Yeah, you did mix up the question. You didn't give us the correct answer to that.
Nobody shared this live streaming today.
Number two is not Ponzi scheme, ma'am. This answer is not correct. Number two answer has been answered already. We have answers to this already. Ponzi scheme is not
Yeah.
correct, ma'am. That's wrong. I was actually asking what is another term used for Ponzi. So it's
Another
not
name
Ponzi. Yeah.
for Ponzi scheme, right?
Number four, scale. No, it's not
No,
scale.
no, 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 no.
Number four is benchmark. Number
And it's
three
over. No answer
is
again. It's all from that one now.
no more answers again. All the answers have
Hmm.
been given. Number
Yeah.
three is net domestic product. Number two is pyramid. And number one is Wall Street. For all those who got the answers correct, congratulations to you. You have one free gig data today. Don't forget to send us your phone number and your name so that we can also post it on our group and Facebook to show that you're the winner for today's quiz. Thank you very much for being part of our quiz session today. And our quiz question is closed. We've gotten all the winners already. Answers have been given for number one to four. But I want to commend you today. I think the questions were actually very cheap and you gave us answers so speedily. Unlike other weeks, you will have some questions remaining unanswered.
Hmm. It's you now. Today you woke up on the right side of your bed, gone.
Are you kidding me?
So everybody, even me that was planning Richard, like Mr. Richard was like, ah, we finish you today. I just pity for you. Everything was just based on leniency, lenient. We were just flowing. Ah, God is in control. It should be like this, girl.
Yeah, it has to be very interactive, And you actually ask him some challenging questions that many people face when it has to do with social media. Many people face a lot. And the reason why we keep reading more books is for us to have the right information and how to apply it and manage the situation. So, Richard, I really want to appreciate you for creating time to be part of our live streaming
Thank you
today
very much.
and for doing justice to customer relationship management. If we have more questions, we'll call you in to attend to it. Some people are still giving answers. Sorry, I will not accept this your answer because I have mentioned it already. I won't accept this answer, ma'am. I'm not going to accept it, okay? So let's cancel it. Quiz have ended. I won't accept this one. For every other one you've gotten, it's correct. But for any other answer that is coming in after this the answers I've given, it's closed. I won't accept it. So thank you very much, Richard. I really
Thank
appreciate
you
your
very
time.
much.
For those who want the happy customer book, the number is displayed on the screen. Call him, get a copy of your book. Rosemary, what do you have to say? Richard, what do you have to say before we close?
Okay, for me, I need to say this before Mr. Richard goes. Let him know that he has a good student. You know, he's my mentor. He doesn't know. I keep telling him. Let me remind you. Okay, so for me, my take home today is start up a business to satisfy your customers' need and not your personal greed. Very key. I wish there was a better word to use. This is the holy grail. This is solid. For me, this one shook me from my very foundations. Because I think a lot of us in the bid to satisfy our own selfish interest, we don't care, we forget, we talk that way. So this will take home for me. Seriously, I'm going to write it out somewhere and maybe just look at it every other day. Internalize it. I'm going to put it on our groups. I want people to just internalize it because it will help this business grow. Another thing is bad news travels faster than good news, and it's a fact. We know this before, but for you to mention it again here, the way you treat people when you meet people, it's a first impression matters. So your prospects whom you expect to convert to be a customer someday need to be treated as a king. So I love this. This for me, this is my take home today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Then the silver, of course, the strategic solution, information value and access. I am going to sit down and think on these things and apply. Then the one you talked about, the social media thing, I think it's if you miss this the anybody who misses the earlier part when you started speaking should spend time to listen to you speak again, because what you say is golden. What you said is what people pay money to go and listen to. Yes, these are the kind of things that Eric Worre and his class of people would host a program for, and network marketers all over the world will pay dollars, hundreds of dollars to just go and listen. Just one line, this thing I've taken home might be all they will take home from that particular program. So I really, really, really appreciate you. You always bring value to the table. I remember the last time you were here, it was the same thing. I can imagine if I have to take your book, digest it and practicalize it, I'm sure I'll be an expert before you know it. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Mr. Richard.
Thank you
You
very
added,
much. Thank you.
yeah.
Expert Rosemary.
Thank you.
Expert. So I want to also emphasize, don't forget the aspect of maintaining value in your business. Don't ever sound beggarly. Richard had mentioned that severally, and
Mm.
the standard should not be dropped. Maintain that standard, package it very well, and be confident. Have that belief in yourself that you can do this thing and you get it. I tell you, prospect will be running after you when once you
Yeah.
apply all these things that we've mentioned. So, Richard, your last words for us before we, so that we'll take
My,
down
my,
more fast.
my last one is just very simple. Um, Customer relationship management is the best business strategy today. The world is changing. The world will still change. Customers will not want you to treat them shabbily. Customers will want you to treat them with care, with respect, and courtesy. So every business idea, every business strategy should be held bent around this circle. Treat your customers very well, treat your prospects very well, so that you can convert them to believers. Do this and trust me, your business will thrive, your business will bloom. Do not relegate your customers to the background of carelessness. That is very mainstream. Do not do that anymore. Thank you very much.
God bless
All
you.
right, thank you so much,
Thank you for
Rosemary.
your
Thank
time.
you, Richard, for joining us from
Thank
Port
you.
Thank
Harcourt.
you
It
here
was
too.
nice having you.
Thank
Very
you.
informative today. No,
Yeah.
very easy, free flow, and everything. Thank you so much, Richard.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rosemary, Madam Talk Talk,
Thank you
apropos
very much. Ah,
everything. All the way from Italy. Thank you so much for being my co-host on this program and for being very efficient and
it's my
effective
pleasure.
and to be here with me every Sunday to make sure that this
It's my
happens.
pleasure.
Yeah, thank you so much. So
Thank
I,
you
I
too.
appreciate all our viewers that joined us today, all the Pinnacle team, and every other people who have contributed one input or the other to make sure that this live streaming goes on efficient and smooth every Sunday. I tell you, we sacrifice so much, but we appreciate your encouragement to keep this going every Sunday. We love you. Have a wonderful evening and night rest. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Bye.